What is up, legends? We are back, and I'm gonna do something kind of nerdy in this video. It's gonna be a lot of talking, so I'm just warning you right now. But it's going to help you at the end of the day, especially if you don't know what to do after you get the end game. So here's the thing: once you get to the point of end game, when you beat the story and it introduces hard mode bosses to you, the game basically says, okay, you're good. We don't need to teach you anything else. You have a few more like quests, which you see I have just the one for Divine Punishment. I just never built it, and it's the only quest I have left. And at that point, you're left on your own. You're gonna be like, well, what do I do now besides hard modes, which are right here at Seneca, and you can just start going in. You see, I've already done all these already, but that's not really the point. From this point on, you have to start worrying about what you do with your account and how you can actually push. So I have some suggestions. You should start with a few characters, basically, to actually help you with that progression. It's not mandatory. You can do things outside of what I'm about to say, but it will help you. Start off with the one more useful, Sharon. Now, she's not actually hard to beat. She's one of what I consider like the intro level characters that you can actually farm out in the game. And the reason why Sharon is important is because she can do outposts and go after amorphosis that will allow you to farm certain items. So like if you want to start going after like ultimate characters and some of them are in a strategic outpost, you can go into that strategic outpost and let's say like White Knight Gulch. She can go into a strategic outpost and take on one of them. So like this one right here. Now the reason why you need Sharon is because she can stealth. And if you go to the bottom, if you go to the bottom, it says additional rewards for successful infiltration. Now you'll notice that they have an amorphous there. That's one that's different from the one here. This is 100, and when you stealth successfully, it's going to be 101. All right. So another thing that you want to kind of figure out in every strategic outpost, there's a path that you can stealth that'll make it easier for you to take out all of the bases A, B, C, or D if it's 4. Try to figure out what the best path is, and then you should be able to do. You should be able to get about 15 seconds. It should be good. I think I have 17 on her right now. And this is literally just all I have her to do right now, and along with just my weapons and stuff like this. I will build her in the future, but for right now, this is all I'm really doing with her right now. So you just want to make sure that you have as much skill duration as you can to get your active camouflage up. You see I have duration right there. It can get higher than that. I can get to 15. I just moved stuff out because I had to use other stuff, but I can bring it back again. But you want to get up to like 15, and that's enough time for you to get a good path and sneak your way in and all that, and you should be fine at that point. And just sneak out. Then of course you have to win the fight. You could do that with other people if you want to help. You can do it with other Sharons, and then you both get together and then sneak the base. If you're both doing it at the same time, there's less chance that you'll fail it, and then you both can gang up and kill the boss, because all you have to do is kill the boss that appears. It's going to be a yellow mob, and you have a chance, like a 5 to 25% chance in most cases, to get the amorphous. But the cool thing about this is you got a chance to get 2 of the secret one or of the original first one, that if you just blew up the base, it'll give you that one as well. So that's that character. Now, if you also notice, one of the more important things that is going to help you scale your account when you're at end game, and this is just strictly for people at end game. Now, you can do this before you get the end game, which is pretty much beating the story and going into hard mode. You can do it before, but you're less likely to be doing all this at that point. You're just pushing through the game and trying to do content and stuff like this. You don't really need to worry about that. You can get to the end and do all the story and everything else without worrying about any of this yet. These 2 gold things right here are going to be what is going to scale your account on damn near everything. So you should be able to just know where you can actually go in and farm these things relatively easy. So number one, when you click into this one, this is going to be a crystallization catalyst. Your crystallization catalyst is what resets and gives you more mod energy on all your items. You're going to need tons of this. Like, just tons of it is very hard to just get anywhere without actually doing this. Now, just naturally playing the game, throwing through dungeons, you know, stuff will actually come out naturally. But you can actually facilitate doing this faster and getting these faster, and I'm going to explain that in a second. Now, the murky energy, when you look at all this, it says, hey, you need to go to certain areas. You can farm this out. You see I have a lot of this. You can go into dungeons. That can help out with that. It drops some mission monsters, usually yellow mob mission monsters. You see I have a lot of this. It just naturally comes out. Like these missions right here, it's going to come out if you're doing those missions. You also need to farm those missions for other drops or other things. So you're naturally going to have a lot of this. So you wouldn't worry about this that much. This one, the biogel. The biogel essentially comes from Echo Swamp, and this is relatively easy to actually go and do. So we're going to do, like I told you, it's going to be nerdy, but you know, it kind of like is what it is. So we're going to head out here, and I'm just going to do it right in front of you. Head out here and go to hard. I think I privated. Is this on hard? I think I privated it, but didn't put it on hard. We'll see when we get out here. No, we're on hard. All right, so in the base, I'm gonna change to my DPS character. My main was Kyle. We'll talk about that later. All right, so now we're gonna head over to this base. I'm not going to sneak in this base because I do not particularly care about the drop in it. If you need the drop in it, you can look at it like if you need 80 or 81, then by all means, you know, use Sharon and go into the base and sneak. But we're not doing that right now. Just want to show you in a drop how this works. The base is already active right now. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my power on and I'm gonna make it rain right here. And Sharon's basically gonna destroy those two easily, and we head over to here. Boss is gonna appear up there. And he's dead. That's the whole base, and hopefully we will get the molecule. And there it is. We got 16 now. And you notice I was down. That I officially have enough. Now, what you can do is there's two of these out here. There's one over here. You see that's timed down, and then you can head over here and go and fight the second one. For the most part, it usually drops between 12 to 20, so you don't have to actually go too crazy on what you need and how much you need. Like if you just need to make one and it's every 7 hours that this comes out, don't speed it up because you're just wasting currency if you do that. That's really unnecessary. You see that this one is at 133. Now what you can do is you can keep going back and forth. So let me go back over here, and sometimes it'll reset and put you in a different instance. But when you're by yourself, like on private, technically you're not really by yourself. Technically it'll put you in an instance with maybe 3 other people. You'll be private by yourself, but there's times where it just don't do that. You'll be like private, but then they'll be private too, and now you see it reset again. So now I can head back over there again instead of going to the other one. It's the same drop no matter what. You don't have to actually worry about it dropping different of the currency. We're gonna head over here. We're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna do our buff because we're using cold-blooded. I'm gonna make it rain right here. And homie is gonna appear up there, get a little bit of headshot, and he's dead. And bam, 19. So we got, what was the last thing? The other one was 16 and 19, 35, basically. So now that we've done that, we know that we need the next one. which is mixed energy residue. And this is where we're talking about the next character that you're going to need. Now, this is Enzo. You don't have to do this, by the way. You don't have to do this. You can just use any character to actually do this. But Enzo gets more drops, and he has a chance to get his Transcendent. So the next character I suggest you farm is Enzo. And again, you do not have to make this character super strong. You just literally have to level him to 40. If you want to put energy reactor on him, you can. If you want to use one of these crystallizations that you're farming, you can. But you don't have to. Like it's real. Once you farm the character, it's really easy to just use them for this particular task, and you never have to use them for anything else. Now, if you like them and you want to build them, of course, by all means, but you don't have to like put a lot of resources in it. You just literally have to just farm it. You do not have to buy it. Just farm it. Basically, get together with some friends. And the same thing with Sharon. Both Sharon and Enzo are actually easy farms. You don't have to go through anything like that. All right, so what Enzo does is he gives you, there's none out here, of course. He gives you an easy chance to actually, am I on the normal map? Why? Get that out of here. He gives you an easy chance to actually get more of the vault resources, which is what we need for the crystallization. Now I actually have to do this because you see I was lacking them, but I'm showing you in the process how to farm them in the process of this entire video. Okay, so there's something over here, and the bloop means you're not heading the right direction. So it's down here in this cave over here, or is it down here in this one? Yeah, it's that one. What? Get up there, sir. Means it's in here, right? Really? There it is. All right, so you need code breakers. Code breakers drop from mobs like everywhere. Basically, so if you're like the farming type and you go in dungeons, you go on missions to start farming missions, you're gonna get these. So you use your code breaker, and then I do this little mini game, which Enzo makes this extremely slow. And then bam, mixed energy residue. Now, how many did I need again? We're already done. We already got enough. What you want to do with this is also get you some friends. Get you 3 friends outside of you, makes 4. And you get together and you all farm, basically. And you can just easily, like within like 10 to 20 minutes, you can get up to 100 of these if you all run around in hard mode together. If hard mode scares you, or if your Enzo is just that squishy and you can't kill anything, which really no. Like, really, your Enzo shouldn't be that squishy. Even just base at leveled up to 40 with your best guns on, you should be fine. So that's all well and good. Now you have the advanced neuro circuits, which is I'm gonna explain the best way to actually do this. And go out here, right here at this spot. Now we're gonna change again. Change it back to your DPS class. And I do apologize for this being nerdy. I figured this would help out in the process so you guys can see what I'm doing in motion rather than me just saying it. And it should help everybody. Granted, you don't have to do all this in the same manner, so to speak. All right, so again, back to my DPS class because that's Viessa. Wait, I'm not at one? My bad. I'm definitely not using you for this. You can only do that at an outpost when it's one of the larger green ones. like this one, you can do it, but when it's the small one, you can't change. And again, when you want to reset a map and like you're just farming and you're just doing stuff, like do it on private, because that allows you that when you go to another zone, even if you teleport in the same map, it resets the other area for you, or puts you in a shared instance with somebody else who's private. So you want to head over to here. You need to get over there. There's the thing over there, right there. We need to get right there. I changed the cold-blooded Viessa, which means I don't have my run speed anymore. There's nothing out here. Also, to do that, this for me on PC is tab. That's how you find the vaults that are in any area. This is basically your scan function. I don't know what it is on controller because I don't play on controller. I play on keyboard and mouse. But whatever makes you do this, do that. And when you hear the bloop, that means you're heading in the wrong direction. When you hear the bleep, like the happy bleep, that means that you're heading in the right direction and it's somewhere near you. And the louder it gets means the closer you are. So we want to head over here. Sometimes about like maybe even half the time during the day, you will see people already out here doing this.
Great. I'll go in first and scope out the area.
Not a hard mission. If you have a built DPS to actually do this, even if you have a tank, you'll be fine as well. Ow. I have okay built character, okay built weapon. Do things to make it rain and stuff goes bye-bye. And this is a boss, and you notice right here with this boss, there's the advanced neuro circuit. So we got 4 already. You're so annoying with their suicide bombing. Get our cold-blooded on. Get rid of you right there, because you don't need to be. No. I will tell you what I'm using and everything right now. My Viessa isn't done, so I won't even bother telling you about that because this confuse people.
There's another one. Let's deal with him quickly.
Where? Oh, there he is. All right, he's done. And I will, because people complain about that, and I have a statement to say on that about video time and length. When I say in depth, I don't know about anybody else, but when I have in depth in the title, that means we're gonna be here for a while. That is what it is. In depth means in depth. It means I'm gonna do it in front of you. No edit, no cut. Trying to be a fake YouTuber acting like I don't mess up and stuff like that. This is literally, I'm doing it in front of you live right now. That's what in-depth means. Like I'm streaming it. Because I think people have like a misconception on like that everything is supposed to be 10 minutes. If it's a 10-minute video, then I won't say in-depth. But when I personally say in-depth, that means I'm going to be here a while. And I usually warn you and say that this is going to be long. What the heck? Oh. You gonna die? Out of here.
The barrier's gone, right?
Alright, so where is it? Did I not get it? Did that one not drop? Really? Oh, there it is. It fell off. And now we have that. So the last thing would be crystallization catalyst blueprint. Like, so you only have 2 left, which means I need to farm more, and you're going to be like, well, how do you get more? Here's the catch with that. This has a chance to drop about 20% of the time and most amorphous dungeons. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to Albion. This is the most time consuming part of this. The other four pieces are neither here nor there. They're going to drop 100%. They're going to drop. This is relative to just how much you play and how much you care to actually play. Now, going through dungeons and all of those outposts, if you have been doing the farming that I was talking about before, you're gonna notice that in multiple dungeons you're gonna have amorphous. Like I don't have any for Grave Walker, but I do have some for Stunning Beauty right here. You notice crystallization catalyst right there, 15%. Crystallization catalyst right there, 15%. And then right here is the energy activator. Energy activator is a B. I have none right now because it is a very small drop. You can get the stabilizers that will help you get a higher drop rate on that, but it's literally on average like 20 to 30 runs. You probably maybe get one a day if you're lucky, as long as you're doing 20 to 30 runs. It does actually come out consistently like that. I've done that a lot, but I just don't have any right now because I haven't been playing consistently over the weekend. I've been playing, but I haven't been doing all these. So what you essentially do to farm this and make it to facilitate it going faster is you have to run through easy modes. Now you see, like I was doing this to farm other things, and I have 6 right now. So you head in to a normal boss. You shouldn't need any help with stuff like this. Usually, like, it's just base level bosses. Like you can do that with hard mode bosses too once you get gear and stuff built up if you so fit, or you can play with new people and maybe help them out, or just like if you don't have anything built up super yet, you can just hang out with new people. Let's get her to come out. If you have a built sniper like Afterglow, wait for the bar to appear and punch stuff in the face. Now granted, this sniper isn't built. This is just level 40 sniper with mods on it. You head into here. See, that's less than a minute. And damn, I got 16 of these. Both of them. Bruh. So you see right here, you got Ultimate Bunny, enhanced blueprints. This also helps you if you want to farm Ultimate Bunny. Because everybody needs an Ultimate Bunny. I don't have her because her blueprint won't drop for B. Like, I'm salty on that. But as you can see here, we have all these out. So essentially what I am here for is something that actually doesn't have that bad of a drop rate. 15% is not that bad. So what you want to do is you want to just pick the one that you would find most useful and go after that. I don't need King's Guard right now. Probably got enough of that. I already got this Valby, and I might need the Python to dupe that out, because Python OP. That weak damage Python, no crit. Don't do that. I see a lot of people putting crit on Python. Don't do that. So bam, like this, bam. So now I got 3. This is all you gotta do. Really all you gotta do. And if I was fast enough, you can also pick this up if you are the type that is frugal, and you start picking all this up as far as your gold farm, which we're going to talk about in this video right here. So if you're frugal, you pick all that up and leave, and then you sell all of it. It's not that crazy. Obviously not going to give you a lot of gold. Usually ends up being between, like on dungeons like this, it's going to be like maybe, let me leave first. It's going to be maybe 50 to 100k gold, depending on the quality level of what you picked up. It's very useful. It stacks up over time because you need a lot of gold in this game, obviously. And you keep that same process going for the energy activator. Energy activator works the same way. You would head in your info, you find out, see that this drops Kingston Hard, Vulgus Strategic Outpost. You literally head to the strategic outpost and beat it up. And this is Kingston. It's the easiest hard map. Like you don't even gotta go crazy. Just load in, blow that thing up, go back to the thing. Actually go over here, reset it, load in, come back, blow that thing up, and then bam, you back over there again. Uh, the polyatomic ion particle is according to Fortress, but there's a mission in Fortress that you can actually do. Let's see here. Which one is it? Is it this one? Gate control system relay. Yeah, this one right here. So you head over here and it opens up the same type of mission that I did in the crystallization catalyst. And it's gonna drop you 3, and you see it's not even that long. It's gonna drop you 3 of those bosses the same type of way. And you just basically go in and smack stuff down. Now you can do any of the rest of them if you particularly want to, but this is going to be the fast one. This is also a good way to farm gear, by the way. No, it's going to drop veteran tactics if you want veteran tactics, that type of stuff. But it also drops, if you want to farm out weapons, it drops tamers. Like if you're looking for a perfect type of tamer, if you're still a tamer main. A lot of people still are. There's nothing wrong with that. Enduring is 100% better, but like if you want to rock the tamer, you can rock the tamer and like get like maybe a perfect roll tamer. Like I was doing this just to farm like just reactors and stuff to like just to sell, because I'll come over here and just farm gold and everything else, and then farm the items that I particularly need, and then doing the mission itself is on 12,000 gold. Now it's not anything super great. But this is like a minor gold farm. It's not the best one out there. Obviously, there's routes that have Valby, there's routes that have Bunny, that are better. But if you don't have Valby or Bunny, like me, I got normal Bunny. I don't got. Still annoyed, but I'll have that other stuff. I could buy Bunny, but your boy, look at this. This is why I don't. You see that? I have the pieces for that. Obviously I gotta farm these, but all that is actually easy. I already made this. This won't drop, and I'm absolutely convinced this particular thing, because you need to get it from all this, and the drops on all 3 of these is low. You would think on the void mission it would be better. It's still freaking like 6% on this stupid amorphous to do all that work for like. And this one is particularly annoying. The boss is annoying because he spawns orbs on his head and then he teleports down your throat. And yes, I know that sounds like pause, but that's literally what he does. He just stands on top of you and shoots you in the like. This boss is so ridiculous. The amount of work you have to do like just to get him up off of you, like you just have to. I don't even want to talk about it. So again, the energy activator is how you would go through and actually do that. So what I would suggest is you work on, just as far as you're doing all that, that's going to allow you to have crystallization catalyst, so you can work on your weapon. You see, an enduring legacy is something I farmed up. This is what I'm working on. You want to have one weapon that you spoil. That's your baby. That's the one that you'll be using all the time, the one that you will put your reactor on, which is this lovely thing up here. I don't have one right here. This is just what I have on right now for her, or just for the duration, the skill, singular skill power. But even then, I have to change it because I changed the cold-blooded, so now this is not even that great anymore. I have to either get fusion or skill power normal, and then maybe I want some skill cooldown or something like that. So when you change builds, you literally have to change your reactor with it and get a weapon that fits and stuff like that. So it kind of like is what it is. The skill power and fusion ratio is good, but the passives aren't. So just keep that in mind, that when you change things out, that's kind of like what happens with that you have to facilitate all that. But video's not about her. We're gonna talk about her later, because I got just stuff to do all the way around for her, but she's still my main DPS descendant anyway. Spoil your weapon, your main weapon. Now, it's not a build. You want to make it so that you're pushing stuff for. I'm working on balance right now, and what I want to actually do and not modding everything right now because I want to see how it feels with this, because this is weapon, if you put certain things on it, will get you a bunch of kick and stuff like that. This is not a build thing. People go like, it ain't complete, you ain't morphed, bro. We ain't even here for that. I'm still testing on what I like, how I want the recoil and all that. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is basically to say that this is the weapon that I'm spoiling, and I'm trying to figure out what feels good for me when I'm firing. I need to figure out how to get more accuracy on this so I can like spray stuff far away. But right now this is working. I want to get this to 600k, and I need to take out rapid fire insight. I built that before I realized that it's just better just to have rapid fire, and I just don't want to spend to get rapid fire up right now. But this is going to eventually come out, and you basically want to have your gun that's going to carry, and then you want to have something that's going to carry a little bit if you can't use your main gun, or if you're out of ammo for whatever reason, which I got Blue Beetle. I just recently baited. Nothing too simple. I mean, nothing too crazy. I haven't done anything to this weapon. This is just here, as you guys could see. I haven't done like no resets or anything else like this. This is just to facilitate if for whatever reason Enduring Legacy is out of ammo, which is not very often, but it does happen in boss fights. And then Afterglow Sniper, which you see is up to max right now, and it's going to be the next weapon after I'm done with Enduring Legacy, and then I would return to Blue Beetle, because Blue Beetle kind of performs without me hardly even doing anything to it right now, even with like really trash passive stats, which I could change anytime I want to, but it's just a gun to facilitate being there. I went with this right now because I think that, this gun, I want to get more firearm critical damage on it, obviously, and stuff like that. But 3 weapons, just 3. What I see people doing a lot of times is they start building everything. It's like there's just not enough resources for that. There's definitely not enough crystallized catalyzation unless you're paying for it, for you to be building more than 3 weapons. So use stuff, and like you see, like I didn't do anything to these 2 weapons right now. I wanted to make sure that they felt good and that I liked actually using them before I put any type of resources in them, because you start putting resources, you can't get them back. You can't take your energy back. There's no like your energy activator, which is like the most costly thing in this game. Like I think it's worth like $20. So this is $6 right here, the crystallization catalyst. Yes, you can actually buy it if you don't want to go through the whole process of farming, and I don't suggest it, because this is $6 right here. This 300, because it's $2 per 100 of the currency. This is $6 right here. So this is $18. This is close to $20 just for this one item right here. You should just farm this for free. I'll be damned. I'm sorry, Dexon. I'll be damned. Like nah. Like farm, yo. Don't be that lazy. I'm obviously I'm a content creator for this game and everything else, and I support you spending money, but there's certain things that you should, like, buy skins, buy this stuff right here, like buy this stuff, because you can't farm any of this. Like, buy that stuff if you want to support the company. This stuff you can farm. There ain't no way that you should be spending money on this. Unless you just don't care, you just want to have everything and stuff like that. That it's up to you, but I wouldn't do that. And the next thing you want to do is you want to have one character who's going to be your carry character. Doesn't matter who it is. Pick whoever you want to actually be that carry character. Obviously, there's one character that would be weird to be a carry character, but not necessarily, because you'll be saving everybody, and that'd be Eugen. I've seen a lot of people rate Eugen low, and I think that's not correct. That's not correct, because what Eugen actually does is he saves a team. Like, he saves people from bad choices. He saves people from playing bad. So if you want to be a carry and get yourself 3 OP guns, and you basically run around like the paladin of First Descendant, this is who you're gonna be right here. You can even get a point of having a skill that will actually heal yourself along with everybody else. So basically, when stuff takes damage, you just saving everybody at that point. That's just what you are. I don't think that this is the lowest tier character in the game. I think that's BS, and that dudes just don't want to be a support. Like they just don't want to be a support. That like when I see stuff like that, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, who particularly said anything about this, but I think that's just fundamentally wrong. This character right here is like a god. Basically, he keeps everybody else alive, resurrects people quickly, and he can actually heal himself on top of that. Like, you get some HP and some defense on this dude. What's supposed to kill him? I'm like, I don't know. You don't see him a lot because obviously his skills aren't exciting. Like he's the healer of the game. This J-Bar, J-Bar is a little bit more exciting because you can go from defense, healing, and to offense, and like you just kind of like a mech type of thing. So J-Bar is cool, and so if you're looking for some support as well as like some cool stuff, and he looks cool. Like, you know, he looks kind of like badass. So, you know, these are the characters that I don't have. It's not necessarily that I don't want them. It's just, you know, you got to farm for this stuff. This is what it is. Next thing I would want to actually have would be Ultimate Bunny, Valby. Even though Ultimate Valby is coming, J-Bar, and that's probably like it. Maybe if I, you know, wander my way to Lepic or something like that, maybe I'll get him. But for the most part, that is all I want for now. And once you have those strong characters and have your characters built, you know, find you a build. I'm not going to advise you on builds in this video. This video isn't about that. It's kind of like giving you the gaming loop on what you could be and should be doing every day to kind of like help yourself out. And once you're doing all that, you got like your builds and everything else, you're going to need gold, dog. So there's multiple ways to do that. The multifaceted way that I found is Kyper. So there's a few ways to actually do this. One, I would not do Fortress unless you actually have a group to do Fortress, because randos for some reason cannot understand that everybody should pick a side even when you tell them, and hold your side. Like, the stuff is going to come from like a triangle, like on top of the triangle, left of the triangle, bottom of the triangle. 3 people take that, and then somebody takes the pod. So if anything gets by, they can handle anything gets by. That concept seems to be hard when you're running with randoms, so I would not suggest Fortress unless you actually are playing with people who understand that and can hold it. Sometimes you will get people who just instinctively get it, and they'll listen if you say it in there, but for the most part, people just be running around just trying to shoot everything, just having fun, which they should, but that's going to make you fail. You probably won't even get the wave 5 in Fortress. With that said, my main thing for farming gold is a sterile land on Kyper mine, unless I'm farming with my friends who have bunnies, and then we do other things which are like, you know, spamming state certain missions over and over again, where the bunny does run around, kill every damn thing, and then you pick up stuff, and then you get like a million items and stuff that you can break down, and gold that you can pick up, and everything else like that. If you're doing stuff like that, you know, fine. Good. Valby has the famous thing that the devs said that they aren't going to nerf. They're just going to let everybody just do it because if people found something cool. I think the devs like it, but they had to actually say something about it. And again, credit to them, because they said that they're not going to nerf it. They're just going to buff everything else, so we don't have to do that one particular thing, because I'm assuming that's going to get boring fast and no dev is going to actually want that. But I head into here and do this because with my Viessa, I can actually fight it all by myself alone up until stage 10. But if I'm with people, I have a chance to actually get these amorphouses 11 and 12, which I have a ton of both of them. Remember that farming that I was telling you guys about? And you get a stabilizer, but you also get gold. And as you get further and further in this instance, the gold goes up and has a chance to actually drop in each individual area. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Sometimes you get lucky and you get all of them. You get like 500 gold. Basically, that's the real luck. It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you're gonna get amorphouses, and very rarely you will get like a shape stabilizer, which will go to actually help you if you need the perforator or divine punishment right there. You see at the 3 and the 6. But preferably, what you are here for, like I was saying before earlier, is you want the crystallization catalyst blueprint. So what this does is does multiple things. You get a little bit of the Kyper, you get gold, and you actually get the opportunity to farm these amorphouses because it drops both of them. And then hopefully you'll get, and then you see 6% right there. You can actually get enduring legacy right there. Glay, most people are gonna have Glay, but if you want Glay, then you can go after it. Then it has Greg's reverse fate, which people just don't like that weapon, so it kind of like is what it is. But for the most part, you want to go after the crystallization catalyst blueprint, excuse me, and the energy activator, which will help you a long way as far as farming. And this is like a multifaceted farming. You're getting these two items along with the gold that you have a chance to actually get, along with the Kyper that you need to actually level up your mods. And it actually levels you up. It's one of the fastest ways in the game right now to level up your weapons too, which you actually are going to need to actually help you push through whatever 3 weapons you want. Also keep in mind that whatever weapon that you specifically want to level, that needs to be in your hand the primary time. All the rest of the weapons will level passively, but for the most part, whatever you have in your hand right off the bat is what you actually need to or what will get the priority of the levels. Real quick, bunny, both normal bunny and ultimate bunny are very good for this, because what they do is they're going to actually level the weapons without you actually firing the weapons, because bunny just runs around and electrocutes everything with her high voltage stuff. So if you don't have, like, say like this weapon right here, Afterglow doesn't have a very large magazine, and then you can miss stuff, so that makes it hard to actually push through. But with bunny, because you can spam so relatively easy, what you end up actually doing is you just end up leveling up whatever you want to super easy, because that's what's going to be in your hand. You barely ever actually have to fire anything with that character. You just run around and you're like, haha, too slow, and like just level stuff. Just keep that in mind. Same thing as far as the characters. If you want to level up your characters, this is also one of the better ways to actually do it as well. If you have like a boost or something, you see I have a boost and both of them are running out literally in 27 minutes, which is fine. Yeah. So it kind of like is what it is when it comes to that. You see my mastery right here is at 18. That's where I'm basically from leveling all the Descendant. Now the last thing I'll talk about is whatever gear that you have. Naturally, for her, I'm going for the chill set, because I like the explosion that happens when I kill things with frostbite. And in order to actually farm that, you need to head over to Seneca.
Are you ready to undertake a void intercept?
And for the most part, all the hard mode bosses will drop gear according to, like, you know, wherever like, you know, like Obstructor drops gear. Like all these hard mode bosses drop gear. Now they're not necessarily that easy to do, especially Frostwalker. Frostwalker is probably the more harder boss on this list. Molten Fortress is not even hard. It's Molten Fortress. It's just, do you know how to do the fight? Same thing with Obstructor. Obstructor isn't hard either. It's just, can you handle the fact that he's going to have certain things that he does? He's going to put somebody in a box. You immediately turn to that box and save that person. You save some bursts for that. Same thing with Molten Fortress. You make sure that you are going in a circle and taking out and making sure that the thing is going in the right direction. Make sure that everybody knows which direction to actually go, so everybody can get all of the entrapment on Molten Fortress done. Frostwalker pisses me off, because Frostwalker, he has a mechanic and it's cool, but his break phase, you actually breaking him is wonky. Like the actual break points on Frostwalker are like not what they say. You can be pinpoint, you can have aim, you can be freaking shroud and snipe something down, and the thing will be like immune. And you're like, bitch, I hit that pinpoint. Frostwalker, they have to fix that. That's what makes that fight hard. It's not that he's really that hard of a fight. It's his break stage of actually breaking it, and then he's moving like he got like ants in his pants and stuff like that, just spinning around and being a dick the entire, like, they did have to fix that. Like his breakpoints are exceedingly bad, super bad. But outside of that, you should be good to go from here. That's everything you do in the game. Up and now, which is almost on cue, which is the reason why I was doing that in this video in front of you. I was kind of like, I literally showed you my grind process in front of you, so you can kind of get what I'm doing every day to actually gain my power. So now you see that is actually done. I don't know why I hit escape. All right, so I have now that to actually use on something else. So I can head back in here for the stuff that I just did in front of you, and for another 7 hours, 7.5 hours, that is. And then bam, we send that, and now that's gone. Again, I don't have any of the energy activators. That takes 30 hours for whatever reason. So I don't have any of that. So I just had to get lucky eventually and get that, maybe. But yeah, so that is all I have for you guys right now. At this point, you should understand. I know this was long, unfortunately, and again, I'm going to put in depth in the video, and again, somebody's going to come to and be like, I have the attention span of a 4-year-old, I'm mad, I need time stamps, I all of a sudden don't know how to scroll a video and push to over here to the right, and they're going to complain like I am supposed to care, and I'm not going to. Like, because I'm not going to facilitate the low attention span YouTube era. It's not. I'm an OG out here, and I don't have to. Just don't. So, like, somebody who doesn't like that, you feel free to go somewhere else. This is for the people who like in depth and who want to see it practical in action, and other people who want to see 10 seconds and cuts and all stuff like that, and go for it. I'm not mad at anybody for that. What I get on people about is when they expect everybody else to do it because they want it. No, absolutely not. So outside of that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully this will help people, and you will get the gaming loop of the game, and you will get powerful. If you do this, you will be powerful. There's no you will suck. There's no you will suck. I don't think anybody is just bad at games. I just think that sometimes you just lack information, and that's what this video is about, giving you information that will help you be stronger, and giving you a process to do every day that will help you get stronger. Even if you have an hour or two a day, this will still help you get stronger. You go in and do that process I just literally showed you. That took like what was that, 10-20 minutes to do that first catalyst right there, and then I got lucky and got the drop. And say you got like an hour or two, you can spend an hour doing this, and get your catalyst going for 7 hours, and then go do some dungeons, and make your progression and stuff like that. Go to sleep, whatever, go to work, play with your kids or whatever else like this. Very straightforward. You just have the catalyst cooking while you're off in the world doing something else. Same thing with the energy activator, and you'll be good. So catch you guys later. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. There'll be more content on this game. I have like 300 hours in this game right now, not counting the beta. I'm having fun. Just doing one character at a time, because that's just the way the resources are in this game. And yeah, peace.